goal. I think they should have just left it as a goal to make it interesting. Cause you pull me,
Yeah,
I pull you. You pull me, I pull you.
yeah, they
Go.
can't.
Yeah,
It
but
was the
he said
You
drama
know,
was
he blew
much.
the
don't
whistle
leave the drama. I'm
before.
telling you.
All right, guys. We're back again, and we have a special guest. Match week 25 is it's come and gone. A lot of interesting matches, a lot of drama as usual. But before we get right into it, I want to bring our guest in. So, our guest, please introduce yourself, first name basis, and why you support the club that you support. Yeah, we like to give that historical background to our listeners, viewers, so that they know how strongly grounded you are with the club that you support. So go ahead.
All right, cool. My name is Toby, and I support Manchester United. Obviously, I mean, if you've been following Manchester United from as far back as, let's say, late 90s to onwards, you would understand that Manchester United and Liverpool were the two major clubs, that were being talked about a lot in England. So, but I prefer Manchester United because, they had won more significant trophies, dramatically, especially the 1999 treble. So from there, I just kept on supporting Manchester United. The fun fact is, before supporting Manchester United, I've always been an Arsenal supporter. Thanks
Ooh,
to the
ooh.
fact that, yes, thanks to the fact that, I don't know if it was before then, thanks to the fact that Kano was playing for Arsenal.
Yeah,
And that's why if you check in my family till today, I'm the only one supporting Manchester United
you are the only one
since,
that defected.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the only one that
Mm.
defected. So everyone supports Arsenal at home. But me, I support Manchester United from that 1999 onwards,
Good for you. Good for you. And we see
Fantastic. Good
how.
to
Yeah,
have
good
you,
for you.
and good to have you at good to have a good at a good time where you can feel relaxed talking about Manchester United, and we'll get
Exactly.
into that very quickly. So, but I think there's nowhere else to start but from Anfield yesterday. City, Liverpool. Usually, I mean, apart from this season, in the last few seasons, this has been the match that everyone look forward to.
Anticipates, yes.
It's almost like, yeah, like we anticipate it. It might be the league decider. There's so much around it. Yesterday's game wasn't as much, but there were still going to be implications for the two sides. If City didn't win yesterday, it was going to create a nine point gap to Arsenal, and for me, it would have been all but done. And if Liverpool didn't win, it would hurt their Champions League ambition. So even though it wasn't a title decider as it has been, it was still very consequential. And we went into that game that way. And I mean, I'll let you guys jump into it. But what I saw yesterday was from City's perspective, number one, I saw Guardiola not trusting his team the way he's always trusted his team. And I'm not talking just about the personnel that were on the field, but the roles he was asking them to play. It was very evident, especially with Semedo, how he asked him to move almost to the middle, creating a very, very narrow midfield, almost as if he was trying to overload that midfield and power Liverpool. I think it worked a little bit because they had possession, but they were not doing anything with it. Semedo looked lost most of the time when he had the ball and he was the one in transition. He didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't as dangerous, unlike when he plays from the right. And I was just wondering, what is this man really doing? What is he trying to achieve in this game? From a Liverpool's perspective, I thought they started a bit jittery, but they were compact. I saw their back, at least for the first 60, 70 minutes. They were compact. The Konate Van Dyke partnership that didn't work very well in the first half of the season seemed to be gelling, and they were not giving much away. So I felt okay, but that link up between Florian Wirtz and Ekitike was not also working as well as it has been in the last 2 to 3 games that they won. So at the end of the day, the first half at least, the two teams cancelled each other. It wasn't as exciting as I thought. The pace was good. I was surprised that Mamouche started for City again. Not trusting, that first 11. I was wondering why he wanted to use Mamouche. I didn't see too much of an impact. And we went to the second half. I mean, if this guy continues to play free kick like this, it's going to be something else because that free kick was special. Reminded everyone of the one he played against Arsenal. Very similar. I think this one was
No, this
35
was
yards.
level
I think
above.
the
This was a
Arsenal one was
level
32
above.
yards, almost in the same. No. In terms of distance
Oh,
from goal, is
distance.
what I'm
Okay,
saying.
yeah, okay.
One was 35, one was 32. Yeah, distance from goal, but very similar. He hit it, and it was perfect. At that point in the game, I was saying, well, bye bye, Arsenal is gone. I mean, it's done. Like, there's nobody catching these guys. It's done. But then they didn't give up. They got that equalizer, which I thought was deserved because around that time they had the upper hand in the game. But then came the penalty. I mean, we can debate that, but honestly, I didn't see it. Yes, it hit him, but he hit him after he had lost the ball. He had made contact with the ball and he has lost grip of the ball before the goalkeeper hit him. So I wasn't sure. VAR didn't intervene. Obviously, they got that penalty. They got 2-1. There was chaos towards the end. I love that chaos, by the way. It was fun to watch. Third goal, was it a third goal? Was it not? They were pulling each other's shirts. It was fun to see. But that was it. I mean, to me, it was a lot of drama. What do you guys think about that game?
So
Maybe
personally,
Toby
honestly,
first. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. To me, to be fair, first I think I would dispute the fact that if Man City didn't win that game, they would still not have made up to the title, made it to the title, or maybe there will still be a title challenge. I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think that game was actually a decider, to be fair. I know it was very crucial, but I don't think it's a decider. It's crucial, of course, by putting pressure on Arsenal, but even if they lost that game, it's still not a decider because if you look at the schedules for both teams, I still think Arsenal has tougher games to play compared to City, in their last 11 games. But be that as it may, if you look at that game holistically, yes, the first half was a little bit jittery for Liverpool. And it's never always easy for any club to go to Anfield to play. So I wouldn't really blame Guardiola for doing what he did. Yes, you could see a lot of over calculation, in the tactics or in the tactical alignment of the team and the arrangement of
Mm.
the team to kind of see what he could do to overload the midfield more because he knew that the battle was to be won in that midfield. So he tried as much as possible to overload the midfield. So I kind of understood what he was trying to do. But again, and Liverpool fell victim of that in the first half, if you notice, because they were compact, but they couldn't really string passes properly. Reeds couldn't really do much, and they were kind of choked in that midfield. So they were smarter. If you notice, they didn't now really play along they didn't really play in the midfield in the second half. They now mostly played along the wings in the second half.
Mm.
They were not
Mm.
playing more direct football through Soboslai, especially on the right side. So they were going directly to there. So Soboslai and Salah became more of a threat, taking the balls from that right wing straight into the middle or to the other side. So they were playing more. And if you notice, Reed was playing from the middle but drifting towards the left, towards Gakpo's side. So it now felt that they knew exactly what they needed to do to kind of, move away from City's strategy. And that's why City couldn't really do much in second half because now their plan was now working against them because now Liverpool knew exactly how to play them. It just seemed like someone needed to tell Liverpool, this is what Michael Carrick did against City. Play on the wings. Don't stay in the middle because you cannot win the battle with City in the middle of the park. You cannot. It's impossible. No matter who they play in that middle, they are going to have to kind of dominate you. And if you notice, the goal came from a little bit of cross that was deflected. That's City's first goal. But the quick attack from the middle of the park, Haaland's header into David Silva and it went straight into the net. Playing in the middle is always City's strength. And to win them, don't play the game with them, just play in the wings. And they figured that out in the second half. And that's why they were able to play. And if you ask me, I think Mark Guehi's yellow card, it's debatable, but I think it should have been a red card. Pulling Salah back, because I think Salah was on goal, if you ask me. I think Salah was on goal, and that could have been a game changer in that moment. I don't think that other defender, I don't know who was there that was supposedly going to catch up to Salah. My idea was Salah could have just hit that ball one time and that could have been a goal, but he was pulled back.
I
It's
think
not a
that was
penalty, yes.
Kusanov. Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
was Kusanov
yeah.
missed.
It was not a penalty because it was outside the box, but I think Salah was through on goal. So I think those were the little things that I think the referee didn't get. For me, that City's penalty was a clear penalty because the rules are the rules. Even if the ball is going out of play, the keeper did not get the ball at all. So I think if you look at it, it looked like an
Yeah,
intention.
but it seemed like the ball was already out of play before the keeper made the
Yeah,
contact. I mean,
yeah, the ball was out.
see, if he didn't give that penalty, I don't think anyone would complain. Is the point I'm trying to make.
Uh, yes, but again, you see, the way the rule operates these days, it's more like it's very robotic for them. I think they needed to give it a penalty, but if you ask me, it's here nor there, because again, Alisson was careless in that. And again, it's not his fault because Liverpool decided to sit back. And that was the mistake they made in that second half. They sat back, they invited pressure again. Playing a team like City, you cannot allow them to have too much of the ball. Notice in the second half, the possession was now not more on City's side. And that's why City couldn't really play. Because Liverpool had a lot of the ball. In fact, they had Clutch and Spad. Ekitike had a sitter, just him and the goalkeeper, the
Yeah,
header,
yeah,
that cross from Salah, that
yeah.
was a sitter. That one was just to end the game, but he didn't score. So
It's a big miss.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
it was a big miss. Liverpool had the ball a lot in the second half, but after that, goal, even before the goal, when they started inviting pressure and soaking in the pressure, I knew that City was going to have that game. And of course, that last goal, I think they should have just left it as a goal to make it interesting. Because you pull me,
Yeah,
I pull you. You pull me, I pull you.
they
Go.
can't.
Yeah, but
It was the
he said
drama was
he
much.
blew the
Don't
whistle
leave the drama. I'm
before
telling you.
before the goal, so they had to respect. They had to respect the whistle.
Yeah, but I mean, just changing all that costs. It's going to cost Liverpool because then they are losing Soboslai in the
Szoboszlai,
next game.
yeah,
So
in the
that's
next game.
that's a big one for them.
So I won't
Yeah.
dwell too much on
Suki,
Liverpool.
quick comments on that game before we.
So
Yeah.
let me just talk
Yeah.
about what Wale said around Pep trusting his team. So I think he's set up in a way. Remember that this is their second win against Liverpool at home in 8 years?
Exactly.
So obviously he's been trying to figure out how to beat this Liverpool team. So if you
Liverpool at home. Exactly.
notice, first of all, let me say this: Bernardo Silva is.
But we could argue that this is a different Liverpool team. To be honest,
but at the same
it's very
time,
different from the Liverpool team he's been playing.
There's still a mindset when you are going to play someone that you haven't been beaten for a while.
In Anfield,
look at what I told you about City and Spurs. As rubbish as Spurs is, they came back into that game. It's a mindset thing because they've not beaten Spurs at home in a while. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So my point is, Bernardo Silva was pivotal in his tactical setup yesterday. Very pivotal. And you can see he got the goal. Bernardo Silva was playing first of all, he was playing in the middle of the centre backs. Then he played in the middle of the centre forwards. Then, he was all over the place.
But that's Bernardo Silva every game.
Yeah, but
he plays everywhere.
Time was quite, if you notice, at first, once they removed Gakpo, Bernardo Silva went to that left side. If you look at Bernardo Silva's heat map on the field, he was once Gakpo left because they saw an opportunity from that side. And then if you notice, the reason why I think he played Mamouche and Haaland is because if you notice Haaland's positioning, Konate could not pass the ball directly to Van Dijk. He couldn't because he had to first go back to the goalkeeper, and then Van Dijk could not put the ball in the midfield because Haaland kept on moving. He won't go close to you.
Then the midfield was overloaded anyway.
So
It was a
It was
trap.
If you look
overloaded.
at a lot
Yeah,
of
it was a
Van
trap.
Dijk's
Yeah.
passes, they were mostly horizontal passes. No direct. It was, which was very strange. Van Dijk usually makes direct passes.
So you guys make all good points about the tactical maneuvering that Guardiola was making yesterday. Does that not say something opposite about Arne Slot? Because I mean, he could have read what he was trying to do and punish them for it. Because all that movement also left City a bit vulnerable. So instead of going through the middle, you could have been going long. And Van Dijk is very good at going long. He's a very good player with that. He could have been going long, bypassing a lot of players in the middle and exposing City. But he didn't do anything like that. So for me, I'm beginning to think, is this man as
Pep
tactically
Guardiola
sound as
changed
we
tactics
thought he
3 times
was
in that
last
game.
season?
3 times. 3 times Guardiola changed tactics in
No,
that game.
but also don't forget that they actually also went direct on the wings, especially from the right. Because if you notice, most of the play for Liverpool in the second half came from the right hand side. Through Soboslai's side. The balls kept on coming from his side, through him and Salah. So there was a lot of play on that right side. And City was vulnerable on that side. They couldn't really play from that side properly. So I think Arne Slot, in fairness to him, understood that the middle was overloaded, that he needed to play from the wings. And he did. Well, it should have gone long,
But it was
which
Yeah.
yeah,
of course would have exposed them
yeah.
the most.
And I think
Yeah.
But
Long would have
he
favored them
still played
because
that right. He still played on the wing and he
I
still played
think Long
direct.
would have favored them because it would have brought in Musala more into that game. I don't really think I saw Musala in that game,
Yes.
so yeah.
That's what I was going to say, that keeping Mosala on that field for that long was also a
Yeah.
disadvantage to
To Liverpool,
Liverpool.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they need to start admitting that,
Yeah.
look, at this level, a drop in the quality of a main player in a game like that could mean everything.
It meant
Could mean
everything. It meant
everything.
everything.
And the result could be, yeah.
He
Yeah,
actually meant
so
everything.
let's move away from that. There were of course there were other games during the weekend. Arsenal Sunderland. I spoke to a number of people before that game who felt, oh no, Sunderland was going to be stubborn. They were
Nah.
comparing the game, the
The
alternate
first
game at
game, yeah.
Sunderland to
The
this. It
reverse
was going to
fixture.
be. I don't think it was anything close.
Yeah, nothing.
This game could have been 3 or 4 nil.
It was 3-0.
And it just shows.
It was
Okay, it
3-0.
was 3 nil at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly.
It
It could have
was
been
3
4 or
nil. Yeah,
5
yeah,
nil.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, people keep. I think. I mean, I don't. I'm not. I'm the last person you will say supports Arsenal, but at some point we have to accept the fact that these guys are superior this season, and it's going to take something really extraordinary for them to lose this Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. What do you guys think?
I don't think something extraordinary, and I'm being very objective. See, I'm coming
Objective
from.
based on what? On the
Yeah,
numbers?
yeah. No. I'll come from a very something that a lot of people are underestimating.
Okay.
Arteta is in 4 different competitions. He has a final to play. He's in FA Cup. He's in Champions League. Is performing, and he's in Premier League. Is the one with the running after the title. He has 4 of those
Yeah.
leagues. He
Yeah.
has a squad that has to play those 4, at least get 1 or 2 trophies out of that. I would say Arteta would either be eyeing, of course, Premier League, and at least try to see if he can nick the Champions League as well. Because Carabao Cup, if he wins, maybe not. FA Cup is won before, so that's not going to be a big deal. But at least he's not in dreamland thinking he's going to go win a quadruple for sure. But that puts a kind of pressure on him and the team. Plus, again, I think this could affect the squad as well in terms of injuries. I think so. I think Arsenal would most likely bottle this, not because they're not
Good enough.
the title favorites, but because, and again, they're good enough, to be fair. But I just feel like being in these 4 competitions could psychologically put pressure on them. I think so. I think it could just make them feel like, okay, except Arteta makes an
But Toby,
decision to say,
City is exactly in the same position. and they're the
But he's won before.
challenger, right? So
Pep
if
has
you're
nothing to
talking
lose if he doesn't
about,
win.
sorry,
Pep has nothing to lose if he
No,
doesn't
he
win
wants
anything.
to win,
By the
but
way,
he wants to
but he wants
win.
to
He
win.
wants to win.
He wants to
he
win. Did you
wants
see
to.
his quote after that
He
Agreed.
game?
wants to
Did you see
win.
his
Yeah,
quote
I know
after
he
that
wants
game?
to. He
Yeah, he
wants
said
to.
they're
Of
going to
course,
push
everyone there
Arsenal
wants to
till the
win.
very end. So
Yes,
he's focused on that, and I think it's been confirmed that he would leave
At the end of the
he
season,
City
would
at
yeah.
the
leave
end of
after.
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
So
He's leaving.
he wants to go on the high. So yeah.
He wants to, but I'm saying from somebody who has not won it before and who has been barraged for being in the club for that long and bottling it, it feels to me like he's more under pressure. If Guardiola doesn't win this, he can still hold his head up high. How many titles has he won
Yeah, but
in City?
I
He's won
understand that
almost 4 or 5
psychological
Premier
aspect
League
of it.
titles.
We are saying that as
Yeah,
people,
do you
but
understand? So he
Guardiola
can walk away.
himself is not saying that. The person we are talking about,
Wants
he
to.
doesn't want to. He
Yes,
wants to win it, you know. And honestly speaking, if I chime into that real quick, when I think about Arsenal, there's so much talk about Arsenal winning or not winning, you know. And I've always maintained that let's wait till end of February. Now people are talking about the Carling Cup final in March, and they are thinking that that match, that final match, is going to be a decider on who is going to win the title. Before then, the title could have been won or lost by Arsenal. Before that match, 22nd,
yeah,
it could
it
have
could
been
have
won or
been.
lost. So I just
Yeah,
feel like,
of course.
you know, I disagree with. I did an analysis on the top six for the rest of the season. Toby, I think you should watch that as well. But I disagree with you that Arsenal have a harder run to the end of the season than City. I think Arsenal have an easier run, in my own opinion. You know, so I mean, when I look at the matches they have left to play and the matches City have left to play, Arsenal is in the top. Arsenal is going to play only City and I think City and is it Liverpool
Chelsea.
and Chelsea, right? They're going to play City and Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
yeah.
City
They have
and Chelsea,
Chelsea.
you know. And then of course
Yeah.
they have
And
Spurs, they
are we
have
underestimating?
Newcastle here and there.
Are we underestimating their next game against
I'm not
Bournemouth?
underestimating any game. I'm not every game in the Premier League is tough. Every game in the Premier League is tough.
No, I mean, I think it's just I think it's relativity here. I
And
mean, no one should
look
underestimate
at how
any
they're
game in the
dispatching
Premier League.
teams.
But at the end of the day, on paper and in terms of position of the teams that you're playing with, I mean, you can sort of estimate the level of difficulty versus another, putting it on a scale. I mean, there's no absolute here, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenal might go to Wolves and drop points. It's very possible.
It's highly unlikely,
exactly.
but it's possible.
Yeah, but it's possible. Yeah. So let's move on and look. And actually, before we move on, I want to spend just a minute or two talking about Chelsea. I mean, obviously Chelsea won over the weekend against Wolves. I think that was expected. As a Chelsea fan, the only thing I see, and I'm interested to hear from you guys that are on the other side supporting another team. The one thing I'm taking out of this is the new coach, his approach. Even though he has continued with the team that Maresca built,
he's getting the best out
his
of them.
approach has been different. His approach has been different, and is getting the best. Exactly, he's getting best out of some key players in that team. Number one, I think that you would have seen a completely different lineup against Wolves under Maresca. Maresca seemed to underestimate every lower league table. I mean, if you're 11 and below, Maresca just thinks he's coming there and he's coming to beat you. That's what he did all the time, and he always lost. So I saw when I saw the lineup against Wolves, I was like, wow, this is a different guy. This guy, he means business. He wants to get it done. He's not even messing around. So that's number one. Number two, to Suki's point as well, is getting the best out of João Pedro. Is a different player. He's becoming a beast.
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez is a different player. He's becoming a total beast.
Yeah.
And I say Cole Palmer coming back to his own. I think Cole Palmer's problem might have been mental and psychological. I think it's settling down. It was putting pressure on himself. I think his performance and more importantly, the result in this last game could have helped him, but we'll see when Chelsea plays again tomorrow. Again, quickly, I just want to hear your thoughts about Chelsea under Liam Rosenior.
No, I think it's pretty much the same thing you could say about Carrick. It's just about new
Carrick,
manager,
okay.
not trying to, how do I put it now? Not trying to improvise, so to speak. Is more or less like using the players for the exact role that they should be playing and
Yeah.
playing them, making foot. I think the philosophy for me
Making football
is this:
simple.
making football simple,
Simple.
not overanalyzing it. You are a winger, play the wing. You are a holding midfielder, play
Isn't that
holding
what
midfield.
I was trying to say about Guardiola 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, but again, it's worked for Guardiola. And to be fair, you can't really fault him. And then this is the problem. When managers come in and they're trying to do this Guardiola-esque
Yes.
thing with
Everybody
their
wants to
teams,
complicate it.
not having the experience that he has, then they complicate it, And that's, you see, Rosenior came in and he said, you know what, guys, play football. Just be free and have that freedom. Play what you were bought for. You were bought as a central midfielder. Play central midfield. Don't say you're a central midfielder, but now you would play inverted right. All
double,
those things that Guardiola
twist
will
roll.
bring in. Double pivots, double, all those things.
Double pivots.
All those difficulties that you introduce into football that you make football a little bit more like further math. That's what he's done. He's removed, he has eliminated that. And that's why you see these guys playing with freedom and excitement. And that's why they can come back, against the West Ham and win, because they're playing the way they want to play football. So that's just it. There's no big deal to it. There's no tactical nuance to it. No. Play, finish. This is your role. That's it. Play football, and that's it. And express yourself. That's what it is. There's nothing. There's no, he's doing this, then he has added this. No, and that's why again he's seen that he has limited time to prove himself because that's football of today. So he cannot afford to experiment. If you have a strong 11. And that strong 11 is not injured. All of you will play. You play this game, you play the next game, you play Champions League because he has no time. Now, it doesn't mean he's not going to be smart enough to rotate. He will. But at the end of the day, he needs to get the results. So he needs to get the best out of his players to give him the best results so that at least from there, he can build something. And that's what he's done. He's not done anything spectacular, to be fair.
Compared, similar to Carrick, like I said, they've both made football simple. And basically, they haven't found that they've changed the mindset of the players. Look, we're going to find a system that works for your skill set as opposed to making you work for a system. And that releases players from the prison in their mind. When you're on the field, you don't have to worry about where should I be? Oh, I'm not there. Hey, man, Jonathan, as opposed to worrying about how do we attack these people, how do we get this game and put it in the bag. That's what the player wants to think about. What is happening on the field, not what the manager is thinking I'm doing or not doing. It puts you in a prison in your mind, and those players have been released from that prison. And we are seeing players that we thought were useless. Matter of fact, if you asked me 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, who should they sell in mind? The first player I would have said is Diego Dallo. Jonas, I'm trying to say. But now, if you ask me, I'm going to say, no, wait, too. Jonas, I'm trying to say, look at João Pedro for crying out loud. He's the most improved player. Look at the goals Pedro is scoring. Look at the positioning of Pedro right now in that box 18. Jonas, I'm trying to say, he won 2 penalties for them. Jonas, I'm trying to say, so I'm just like, it's a completely different player. In less than 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So they've simplified football. I think that's it.
That's just it, to be honest.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's quickly look at, we don't have time. They are midweek games, so it's coming thick and fast. But I think I picked a couple of games that I want us to just preview very, very quickly. I think the pick of the bunch is Tottenham Newcastle. Both teams struggling right now, but it usually gives us, excitement. It will be a high-paced team having a match. There'll be entertainment in it. Both teams know how to run when they want to go at it. It's at Tottenham, and Tottenham has not really been doing well at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So they will see this as an opportunity for them to get 3 points. What do you guys think about this game?
So for me, Tottenham and
I'm
Newcastle.
not too
First of all,
sure.
let me start by saying that these are two teams that, honestly, I'm not. Disclaimer: I'm not being arrogant. I genuinely feel sorry for those two managers right now. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like they both need a win from somewhere in the Premier League. You know, they are just at that point. You know what I mean? I can imagine if I was a Spurs or Newcastle fan. That said, both at first, Newcastle was doing well at home. They were winning games at home, giving teams a tough time, at home. But now they are not even doing well at home. Both of them are going to see it as an opportunity to get 3 points. That's where the sweetness of the game is going to come from. Do you understand? Now we can see that Spurs has upped their level. Sri Lanka is back, so they are playing with a little more flair. Newcastle, on the other hand, Gumaresh is back, yes, but we are not seeing that Newcastle midfield that we always anticipate. So this is a tough game to call. It's a tough game. For my own opinion, it's a tough game to call. But at the end of the day, I think Spurs need this.
I think
really
Newcastle, to your point, just to add quickly to it, I think the injury to Joelinton has cost Newcastle a lot.
Cost them a lot, yeah.
They've been
a lot.
Without him, that midfield is not the same, and they've been losing games because of that. Talking about impact, and this is a guy that they bought as a striker, by the way.
But if you ask me, I think, Liverpool. Spurs too. They have some key players that are not going to be playing that game.
Oh yeah,
now they've lost Romero.
Yeah, of course. Madison is out.
Madison is not there.
But they've lost those guys all season long. They've not.
Kulusevski,
and to be honest, it's affecting them. And you see, this is the thing. When you have these key players, your performance would be affected, whether you like it or not. So this is this is why I feel like Thomas Frank is he's so unlucky, because he's not got the players that can make the team tick the way they should tick. Now he's lost another one, which is Romero. So his defense is kind of open. So to me, I think if you look at it from the mental perspective of what Tottenham doesn't have versus what Newcastle has, versus also the fact that Newcastle is in a better position in terms of squad, I think Tottenham may just go down again on this one. I honestly think so. I don't see them winning this. I don't.
Wow.
To be fair, I think Newcastle is going to take this one.
I take the opposite position. The Newcastle that I saw against Brentford at home, it would take something really really significant to turn that around in 3 days and for them to win. So I think this is an opportunity for Tottenham to win, and I back them to win this one. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
City, Fulham, do you guys give City 3 points? Yeah, I mean, not. We've talked about City.
It's 3 points.
So I also think 3 points. So it means that at the end of this game, an Arsenal pending. Because Arsenal is going to play on Thursday, so it's going to be like 3 points, and that could be significant. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Arsenal Bournemouth is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, no, Arsenal plays Brentford. They play Brentford.
Brentford.
Brentford. Away.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a tough game.
Brentford away is a tough game. So I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for Arsenal. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a very tough one.
I guess Arsenal should count their luck. Shadow is
and
not
then
around.
Finally, I mean, we can't have you guys both on the call and not dedicate a couple of minutes to United. West Ham host United. How are you guys feeling? Like, do you guys feel like
we can hear
you? Do you guys feel like you're just gonna win every game from now to the end of the season? Is that the feeling right now for United fan?
I mean, we're allowed to feel, but it's that's not football. You can feel, but that's not football. If you feel, it's okay, but that's not football. Football is, you have to look at it. You have to look at a couple of things. Realistically, West Ham is a tricky game. It's
unpredictable. I agree, 100%.
Yes, it's not. It's not like the other games we've been playing. You see, every of those games that we've played since Carrick came on has given its challenge. it's a unique challenge. And
Yeah.
one thing I can only say is Carrick is up to the task to deal with whatever challenge the West Ham is going to bring. But I cannot categorically say that this is going to be a walk in the park. I still see a win, but maybe a slender win, maybe a 2-1, in favor of United. But I don't think it's going to be like,
A walk
an
in the
easy
park.
win. We will a walk in the park. We will run at them like we ran against City. We will be so. No, I don't think so. I think this is going to be a very, very tricky game. And I think this Cunha playing on that left may be a disadvantage in this game. So he may need to adjust. He may need to throw Mbeumo to that left and put Cunha as false nine,
As a
or
false nine,
start
yeah.
Šeško straight, so that we play direct, which is what I
Why
think is going to
left?
do.
Because of Wan-Bissaka, or why is that a disadvantage? I'm trying to understand.
So because, see, on that left side, when Cunha plays there, he doesn't stay on that left wing. He comes straight into the
He
middle and
drifts to the middle. He drifts to the
he
middle a
opens
lot.
us up. He drifts to the middle. So, and it opens us up in that place a lot for attack. And the thing is, in the last 2 games that we played, any team that wants to play against United, if they watch our games against Fulham and against Tottenham, if they spot this weakness, we'll be in trouble, because it opens us up significantly and it allows that space to be so open so much. When the attack is coming, it usually comes from that place. If you notice, at some point, Bruno had to be going to that place to cover, allowing Cunha to operate properly in the center against Tottenham.
Or
So
isn't there an offensive advantage to that as well, with Cunha drifting to the middle?
Yeah.
yeah,
But
no,
it can
there
be
is,
exploited.
there is,
But it can be exploited.
but it can be exploited. See, when Dogu plays there, it's usually locked because Dogu plays on that direct left. He doesn't
Yeah.
come into the middle. He plays on that direct left. But with Cunha, he drifts into the middle. So it always forces the rotation, even though they may not want to do the rotation. So sometimes you find Mbeumo on that left just to cover
I
up.
actually
He's
thought the
forcing the
rotation was
rotation.
planned. I thought it was a planned rotation, honestly. I thought it was a tactical plan.
With Cunha, it's not. No. With Cunha, it's not. And that's the freedom we're talking about, that players are using their discretion to play because the manager trusts them. So because with Cunha coming to the middle, you find Mbeumo go there sometimes. Sometimes you find Bruno there because
Yeah.
Cunha has come towards the 10 row. So you see a lot of that. But we may
And to be
need
fair
to
to
adjust it
Amorim,
properly.
at the beginning of the season, it was switching. It was allowing Mbeumo and Cunha to switch a lot until things were not working out and we didn't know who was playing where and everything was just all over the place.
West
No,
Ham
but see, that's
West
what we
Ham is
need.
playing much better football
It's
now.
going to be
They are
tough.
playing much. They are playing much better football now. Somerville is on fire.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's on
Somerville
fire.
is on fire.
Yeah.
And we drew with them. Our last game with them at Old Trafford. So for me, it's not just going to be. It's not going to be an easy game, in my own opinion. It's a game that you need to prepare for the worst. Honestly, I'm hoping that we win, not for our 3-point sake, but for the guy that needs to cut his hair. I am hoping so that he can cut his hair finally.
Yeah.
I think the best thing this guy is going to do, what I anticipate he's going to do, he'll probably switch Ahmad and Mbeumo. Ahmad probably play on that left, Mbeumo will play on the right, and he will play Šeško. He will start Šeško. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a different front three.
That's what I see.
I will call you. I will call you when I see the lineup.
I don't see Ahmad on that left at all.
So Toby, let's round this up. Let's make you, a sporting director that has these players from Tottenham and Newcastle, to sell or to keep. And we want to see how you're going to go through that and make the decision. So you have Pope, Nick Pope, or Vicario. Who are you selling? Who are you keeping?
What am I selling? To be fair, I'll sell Pope, keep Vicario.
Wow. Okay. You have Trippier or Gray. Who are you selling? Who are you keeping?
I'll say keep Trippier. Experience, dead ball specialist. Gray, no, I'll keep Trippier, sell Gray for sure.
Okay. Luis All or Udogi? Who are you keeping? Who are you selling?
I'll keep Udogi. Sell Luis Hall. It's good on the attack, so I'll keep Udogi.
Okay. Thiago or Romero? Who are you keeping?
I will
sell Romero, but
I love Thiago, man. I love that Thiago guy, man. This guy is...
I'll sell Romero. You're right. I'll sell him.
You said okay.
Over, no, I'll sell
Dambon
Romero.
or Ben Davies?
I'll keep Dan Burns. I'll keep Dan Burns.
Okay.
I'll keep Dan Burns.
Okay.
He's disciplined. He's a disciplined. Yeah, and he's disciplined. Old
Yeah,
school
he's disciplined.
centre back.
But by the way,
disciplined.
Ben Davies is old school too, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
Tonali
I'll keep
or Gallagher?
Dan Burns.
Tonali or Gallagher?
Well, Tonali. Tonali.
You keep
He's a
Tonali,
proper
right?
midfielder. I'll keep Tonali. Gallagher is not a bad idea, but I'll keep Tonali.
Gallagher
gives you
box to box. Yeah, but it gives you box to box. He can run serious engine.
But,
yeah, right. Yeah.
But Tonali is very technical. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruno Guimaraes or Bissouma? Bissouma, yeah.
I think that's an easy one. I'll take Guimaraes. I mean,
okay.
For the singular fact that he said there's only one Bruno after we lost to them last season. I'll keep him. He's a good player.
Jacob Murphy or Simmons? Xavi Simmons.
Jacob Murphy, Xavi Simmons is not. He's not coming to himself in this league at all.
Give him time. Give him time. It took a while for Jacob Murphy to be like this.
It's played well in the last couple of games. To be fair, To be fair, it's played well in the last couple of games.
He's not coming to the Xavi Simmons that we know, but he's coming up. But for now, let's give it to Murphy.
Murphy wasn't always like this. You remember, right?
Yes, now, but we have to compare in terms of now form. Now.
All right. Okay.
Barnes or Kolomwani?
Barnes. Kolomwani hasn't. Not yet. If Kolomwani picks up the form from PSG, then Kolomwani, but not now.
Yeah. Watermadi or Solanke?
That's a tough one. I'll be very honest with you. Can I keep both? Because Watermadi has been one of the...
You have to sell one. We don't have money.
To be honest, it's one of the best signings of the season, to be honest with you. He's been very good. I would take him over Solanke. Yes, I'll take him over Solanke. Why? Because of Solanke is more injury prone. That's why. So if I need someone to rely on in that front, I may not have Solanke. So I'll always have Watermadi. At least this season has told us this. So I'll go for Watermadi. Not because Solanke is a bad striker, but because injury. So I'll go for Watermadi.
Final question to you on that. If Solanke's form after injury really improves and he gets between now and the end of the season, maybe 8 to 10 goals, do you think he will go to the World Cup with England?
No.
I don't think so.
He's not going to take a striker. He's not going to take another striker. He's not.
Who do you think he's going to take right now on current form? Who do you think he's going to take as a second striker on current form?
Who would he take on current form? That's actually a good question,
I don't think he won't take a second striker. I don't think he'll take a second striker.
He's going to take a second striker. He's going to take a second striker.
He'll take one.
There's no doubt. He'll take.
No, there's no doubt. He will take. But thinking about it
I
now,
would say he'll probably take the Aston Villa guy.
Which one?
Aston Villa,
what's his name?
Watkins?
Watkins. Watkins. I think he will take Watkins.
Yeah, Watkins.
Watkins this season?
Maybe not necessarily on the basis of this season only, but because of what he has done with the squad, with the team over the last couple of years. He's laid the claim to that second striker position more than any one of them, to be honest. But hey, who knows what Tuchel would do?
Yeah, but because if you look at it in this season, I think I'll even pick Solanke over him, to be fair. This season, I'll pick Solanke over Watkins.
Solanke has had only 4 games. Solanke has had only 4 games.
Solanke is not going to get called up. I don't think so. For that same reason you're talking about, that injury reason, I don't think he's going to pick him.
He will not, for sure. Yeah. He will not.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up there.
Option.
We can spend the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes talking about topics, but Toby, thanks for coming. We're always here.
Thanks, man.
So
Thanks
you
for
don't need an
inviting me.
invite. Just show up next time. We'll be. Just make sure you come when United wins. All right, guys. Thank
Don't
you.
worry.
Thank you so
Win
much.
or lose, I'll be
Thank you
here.
for listening, guys.
All right,
Subscribe and always so that you don't miss anything. All right, guys. Bye.